Howdy, and welcome back to Anthology of the Killer by the Catamites. We are going to continue on into 3. Drool of the Killer. So last time, Hands of the Killer. I actually have the write-up open this time, so I won't forget to read it unless I do, which will be impressive because I can literally move my eyes slightly to the left and see what I'm supposed to read before we... Well, I say supposed to, like there's rules to what we're doing, but I would like to read what these are about, might help us understand going forward. A lot of this kind of mask. Painting of like someone with a sun face, perhaps in a robe. Broken statue, very artsy. Lots of masks. Like some kind of monstery masks, perhaps like for a Halloween event where you would want to have a monster mask. It was a midnight masks, Okay, so we come into a watery room. We can see a picture of a pool. Looks like there's ice in the water. You can see like a perhaps a person in the water. Some puddles, tubes coming out of the water. It's just looks like a river, like maybe like a body floating down the river. Like you can see like hands poking out and perhaps like a body slightly submerged, like at the waist, some kind of face. You know how it is. So here it is, Drool of the Killer. We can see the killer, I guess, in the back drooling. It's not the killer that we saw in Hands of the Killer. But maybe the killer hasn't been represented on any of these posters just yet. We see some swimmers doing like a routine, and we can see what we could assume is BB drowning, which is probably a bad sign. But let's begin. I guess let's get to the screen. We'll get to the screen and then I'll read it. Drool of the Killer. Tammy's coming for BB. Okay, what does this say? Beneath the tiles of the swimming pool complex, a new world is striving to be born. This is the Tammy Show, coming soon to a city near you. Let's enter. BB's report. In certain locations of the city, there is a bus service that nobody seems to use. I see this bus go by sometimes when I'm waiting at my stop to head into town. The name on the front of that bus just says Tammy. I mean, what more does it need to say? Setting out to solve the mystery, I bravely tracked the bus to where it's residing in a little street just off the main terminal. Nobody in the building had ever heard of Tammy. Really, no one has ever heard of Tammy. What does that say? Night Strangler. The screen is quite large. I could have, I think, in the options made the screen one size bigger. But I actually already had rendering settings for, what's this in right now? 1440 by 1080. I already had it set up, and I was like, this is good. And for the most part, it's fine, but sometimes there'll be small text that I can't read unless I zoom. Oh my god, zoom in. I was going to say zoom in, unless I lean in, just because of how I have my microphone set. I think I'll change that next episode. I'll get a little closer. We sell knives. Good to know. Here's Tammy. Someone sitting in the front. They don't look that much like a vulture, like the killer we saw, last. Keep wanting to say episode, keep wanting to say level. Last game, technically, there are different games. Oh, we've just entered the bus. One, please. It turns out the ticket is not too pricey, which is good news if I ever want to go on this trip again. Where is Tammy, anyway? Is it somewhere close? Pretty soon we're on our way. The bus passes through the streets, I know, but always at odd intersections, just around the corner from busier bus stops, as though hoping someone will get on without realizing. The motion of the bus is soothing, and it never seems to reach a destination. After a while, the view of the windows blurs out of familiarity. Factories, suburban lanes, train yards, vacant lots. I wake up with a jolt when the engine turns off, the feeling that I finally arrived. When I get off the bus, it's already evening. I've been left at the door of a lit-up old factory. Plastic tubes sprout out of the building like some kind of weird fungus. The sign above says that I am at Tammy. I mean, that's not... Well, I was going to say it's not in all caps. The only one that's lowercase there is the Y. Yes, open. And yeah, you're not kidding about the fungal. Actually, I would say those pipes look more like coral than fungus. Is the bus still moving? Yeah, the bus is still going. I think it's about to phase through the blue. No, okay, it is just getting smaller. I thought it was like slowly going through the skybox to kind of disappear. And I know I shouldn't wander around the environment pre-level, given what happened in Voice of the Killer. But we do want to hit our points of interest. Tammy, swimming center, health plus pleasure. I died in 1992. Tammy. Tammy didn't die at a pool, though. I mean, we saw Tammy in a river, but perhaps, that was artistic interpretation of the events. Some kind of water park? How nice. I wonder why I hadn't heard of it before. There's something off about the tone of the ad copy, but I never claimed to understand the marketing world. It would be a shame to get to a pool or water park of some kind, not knowing where you're going. They're like, oh, well, I don't have a swimsuit. Well, fuck. The lights are on and I hear noises from inside. This late? Well, I guess gyms are sometimes open all night as well, so really, there's nothing at all unusual about it. Yes, I agree. That is true, Gyms sometimes have pools and sometimes they're open 24/7. Inside it's quite spruce, and there's a vague chemical smell. Nameless music fills the air along with the sound of distant splashing. I feel more at home than I've ever felt anywhere. I think. That's fair. Sometimes pools are nice places to be. Sometimes they're bad places to be. The man behind the counter is dressed like a copyrighted cartoon mascot, but I'm no snitch. And anyway, it's all for the kids. I decided to buy a season pass. It is extremely cheap, even without the family discount. I don't see a copyrighted cartoon mascot here, but who would snitch even if it was? That would be a foolish thing to do. Oh, this is nice. Having a big rug of your own face, that would be an incredible power move. I can't say that I wouldn't enjoy that, even though I'd be like, ugh, no, I don't want a rug of my face. But at the same time, how can you not? I had no plans to swim today, but suddenly the idea seems very charming. Why not? Live a while. The Tammy gift shop carries an array of affordable swimwear. I find my size and continue through the sweating chambers. Sweating chambers. That is a phrase I am not familiar with. A beautiful shimmering patina of damp shines on the slick wet tiles all around. Something sprays me, but I don't mind, as fresh towels will be provided later by the management. My emotional needs met. I may now enter the sea. You really do gotta enter, have your needs met before you can enter the sea. Perhaps sweating room is like, oh, you need to clean yourself off before you get in the pool, which is a very smart thing to make people do. But as a child, I don't remember them being like, yeah, spray your nasty self off before you get in the water. They're just like, no, just get in it, piss in it. Who gives a shit? It's your American right to make our pool filthy and make everyone sick. Last time I was in a pool-ass pool, I believe was, I had the first apartment I rented had a little pool in it, and I was like, I'll go swimming, that'll be fun. So I did a couple laps in the pool, and then I got out of the pool and felt violently sick, and I was supposed to go over to my uncle's house later that day, and I had to call him and be like, no, I'm just gonna vomit my brains out for the rest of the day actually instead. Tammy cares for health and wellness. Do not run around the pool or she will climb out and kill you with her long wet hands. Obey, parents. Wow. In an era of laissez-faire, someone still cares about the little guy. Stirring stuff from Tammy. If you run around the pool, you're going to slip and hurt yourself. So Tammy might as well as, get out of the pool or reach out and kill you with her long wet hands. It only makes sense, to be fair, because, you're just going to kill yourself otherwise. You might as well let her have the thrill of the kill. Inside all the lockers are casual and business wear, discarded pairs of glasses, wallets, phones, documentation about some kind of furniture company. We are encouraged to help ourselves, a gift by which we remember Tammy. Oh, Tammy is very generous. This Tammy person, I feel pretty good about them. But, there's a nice little ramp right here, so we could walk. Oh, I was gonna say walk into the pool if we wanted to, but I was going to say, of course, we want to just jump off. Because what? Oh, she has swimming animations. That's cute. Because we got walking. I thought it was just gonna continue the walking animations once we got in the pool, but no, there's a swimming animation. That's very cute. Oh, did I not hit this? Oh, within the pool, it is a family atmosphere with smiling, wrinkled faces emerging from the brine. Everyone's swimming in time to the to the rhythm of the piped-in music, and I feel my body getting caught in it too. The water's heat is exactly right. That's quite nice, because usually pools are a little too cold or a little too hot. I mean, I'm from Texas, so they're usually a little too hot. I did used to be on a swim team when I was very young, though, so I remember swimming very early in the morning at times of year where it's like, should we really be doing this? And getting in the water and just being like, how are people moving quickly? Although I was very good at backstroke, by which I mean all the other fucking little kids in my group were bad at backstroke. So I did win some little child swimming awards for that. In the calm evenings of ponds and lilies, Tammy reflects on the chrysanthemum's soft glow. Help, help, am drowning, drowning. Do your homework. My eyes tear up at the beauty of this perfect poem. And also something in the chemical fog. Yeah, the chlorine smell will get to you pretty quickly. I've mentioned it, I think. We talked about slime last time. I just don't like getting like dirty and messy. So also like chlorine pools always just made me feel gross. Like, oh, I have to do everything to make sure I do not get this in my fucking mouth, or it's gonna be over for me. Oh, well, this is interesting. Not sure what this structure's for, but I'm sure it's for something. It could be a makeshift water slide. Like, you're already wet. You're probably not going to get up to here, but if you do, then you can just get on your little butt and slide on down. Have a good time. What's going on over here? Hey. Oh boy, I'm in the steam. Oh, I'm in the steam room now. I'm in the steam now. How did I get here? What time is it? Insignificant questions, such as these melt away in the punishing beauty of the warm, scourging fog. Tammy is here. Okay, well, I suppose these are our enemy. Oh, yep, our enemies who are going to try and kidnap us, I guess. Now I'm in the pipe room, and I am being hunted. The others say that this is the quickest. The others say that as the quickest, I should try leading it away. I wonder what they mean. I feel like I understood it, but then it slipped my mind somehow. Well, all right. Well, we got before we got to explore the steam room too much, but that seems to keep happening to me. Since I want to read and am not dodging as well, the pipes are very colorful and wind throughout the entire complex. At certain times, they're flooded with water, or a chemical bath, or just hot steam. All the exciting family-friendly whims of Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. Are we... Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of sliding here. Can't see where we're going just yet. But like I mentioned over the camera, that's kind of... I feel like part of the charm of the game of like, oh, I don't know where I'm exactly going. Of course, one of the problems with the pipes is that once you're inside, there's nothing really else you can do but keep going. That is true. If you get in a water slide or pipe kind of situation, you kind of... just gotta see it through, see what happens. I thought this was gonna branch off, like maybe this is just my poisoned brain, but we got in a tube and I was just like, yeah, okay, just like the Zora part of the moon in Majora's Mask. I was like, yeah, no problem. Let's go through a pipe maze. But I don't think that isn't what happened at all. This time, yes, the hunger was making me dizzy, so I climbed up to the 4th floor in hopes of finding a vending machine that hadn't already been picked clean. Maybe I'll also find a locker to sleep in. Ooh, a sleepy locker. Oh, hey! It's a not licensed cartoon character. And even if it was, we wouldn't say anything. The plaster walls here crumble in constant wet heat. A strange lichen is growing from the brick underneath, almost resembling murals from a way away. I try my luck, but unfortunately, the lichen is not edible. Ah, that's a shame. You're hoping for some edible lichen. For sure. For some reason, I feel like I better not open this door. From behind it, I hear a continuous soft quack. Well, now I want to open it, but we probably shouldn't open it just yet. We should explore, seeing as BB did want to find a vending machine and or locker to sleep in, which makes you wonder how long BB has been... Oh, or is that... I thought there'd be, like, stuff behind us. Okay, that's all there is, so I guess we are going to go, and we're absolutely going to open that quacking door. We have to know. Like, if I walked up, I'm in a place, and I hear quacking behind a door. I don't care that, well, okay, I was gonna say I don't care the situation. If I was being hunted by some kind of duck-themed killer, I probably wouldn't open it, but I'm opening it. Oh, BB just straight up does not want to do it. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, this is BB's life. This isn't my life, so we'll obey BB's wishes. I begin to get nauseous at the distance from the pool, but it feels like my head is clearing up as well. What am I doing here? How long have I been living in the water park? Also, where did I leave my clothes? See, that's a great question, because assumedly, when BB said she was going through a sweating room, I imagine maybe that was a regional term for like a locker room sitch. Computers. These look like the boxes from the complaint department, or perhaps phones, typewriters. Hard to say. I assume they're boxes of documents, though. The carpet underfoot is squishy, but the zone doesn't seem to have been hit as hard by the slow process of tamification. Some printer paper on the floor is headed JB Persons Furniture Co. It's dated last year. Oh, last year. We all know which year last year was. We're all aware. I don't have to check the calendar. You don't either. We all know. Oh, this is automatic. In 1992, a shadowy figure held Tammy's head beneath the still surface of a lake. Ever since then, she has been committed to excellence. Okay, I thought I had to read that quickly, but I do see enter in the corner. Okay, so we see Tammy being like, hey, look, that's me. And we can see a figure that does look like the killer from, last game. We'll continue onwards. It's interesting that this is an automatic sequence. I guess they really wanted to make sure you knew exactly what happened to Tammy. Many historic buildings have become home to Tammy, whether they wanted to or not. Above all things, she loves the water. I mean, if you're drowning, you think you wouldn't love the water anymore. But it's good that, they say, do what you love. You won't work a day in your life. Die where you love. You'll won't work a day in your life because you're also dead. And we can see killer in the corner. The killer, excuse me. That was rude of me. They have a the. They're not just killer. They're the killer. We have to remember this. In death, Tammy was granted a vision of the new economy. Political scientists refer to this as Economy 2. Water parks play a large, if mysterious, role in the world that is to come. I think I can get behind Economy 2. So what is happening here? We can see a figure that looks like the killer playing a piano, very Phantom of the Paradise-esque, given the bird face, I was going to say Griffith bird mask thing, but Griffith bird mask is Phantom of the Paradise, not the other way around. And I'm having a hard time making out what the rest of that is. It looks like a rolling sea, perhaps like some sea foam coming over the top of the piano. But the figure on top of it, I'm having a hard time making out. Almost looks like... Okay, at the very tip, I can't show my mouse because I turned the mouse thing off on the recording. Okay, but if we imagine this as a figure, we can see kind of like a butt, but the cheeks aren't close enough, so perhaps they're like hind legs, and then like a long torso that goes up. You can see kind of arms like supporting it at the top, like looks almost like multiple chicken heads. I'm sure I'm misinterpreting what that's supposed to be, but that's the vision I am getting from it. Hey, Tammy. What a delightful time for a train break, so I could enjoy my time here with our friend, Tammy. How do you like my paintings? Aren't you happy to be here with Tammy? Gah! I like that BB's reaction to seemingly every, like a Courage the Cowardly Dog bad situation. Instead of like, or, hey, the Courage scream is just, yeah, sometimes an understated reaction is just as good as Courage screaming his eyes out and literally eyes out and then his teeth melting or whatever. Tired. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Phew, what a crazy dream. All those streets not covered in water? How surreal. Well, time for another day of swimming around the city and eating raw fish. That's the life BB is now living. Okay, we still have our bathroom. Not that we need it. The world is our bathroom. If I've learned anything from those shitty little kids when I had to go to the pool as a child, it's like, oh no, kids are doing awful things here. I no longer wish to be in. Oh, hey, we can see Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Oh my God, we're so lucky. We can see Tammy from our home. The television is showing a community theater production of The Rat Whisperers. Wait, I think I've seen this one before. Okay, so we can see some kind of nurse and some kind of shadowy horned figure behind her. Once again, a headless statue. Some kind of a I was going to say gramophone. I think that's literally a gramophone, but I was just going to say record player, but, So, and the rats, they're doing little handstands. It's a pretty good trick to be able to whisper to the rats and make them do that. This nurse should be proud of their accomplishments. Okay, we got Spider-Man. That's our front door. We probably want to... Oh, our laundry's getting nice and wet the way we like it. So that night clown, ZZ's not here. I mean, with all this water, how can you stay at home? You gotta go for a swim. Find some raw fish. The good stuff. I mean, you make... Oh, to Tammy. Oh, no. I don't want to go to Tammy. I don't want to go to Tammy. What do you mean you don't want to go to Tammy? What's wrong with you? In the sauna, the mist feels more choking than before, heavier, wetter. Dark pools of grease solidify on the reflecting walls and puddle on the tiles. Okay, cool. Let's actually get a look around. We can see people on the ground having a great time in the sauna. Because last time we didn't get a good look at this place because I got nearly immediately. I touch one of the mist people. My hand grips running jelly slipping and dribbling away from the bone. Huge eyes regard me and then turn back towards the dense patterns of the fog. Well, good for them. Seems like they're having a good time. Oh, whoops, I accidentally went through a door. When I finally reach the pool again, the water's dark and glistens like wet tar. I want to climb in and swim in the pool. What is this place doing to my brain? Is this swimbofication? That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, BB's already said what we're all thinking. We want to get in the water. I love the swimming animation's very good. I'm so glad that they took the time to make this new animation for it. There seems to be something in the pool. We could probably figure that it's our friend Tammy or somewhat, but we'll continue onwards. Not that I can see that well because our friend was obscuring the camera, but that's fine. I don't know if they can get out of the water, but we should probably keep moving. Just in case, not that it seems to matter, seeing as in this game, it seems like you just kind of get caught. Is this the way out? I'm in a net of tunnels, wending deep into the dark. I feel Tammy's clammy grip upon my ankles and hear her wet voice croaking in my ear. The current pulls me onwards. Oh, a wet voice. I suppose, I kind of went for a more calming voice since Tammy was our friend before, but perhaps we have to think about what a wet voice is. I could literally put water in my mouth to replicate that, but that's probably not a good idea for the audio, or I imagine what would end up happening is I would end up getting water on my desk and my controller, because I have continued to play with the controller. It does feel pretty nice. In the middle of the pipes, I see a piece of the old office leading down beneath the water. The metal walls behind me contract and move closer. When in Rome, I hold my breath. Okay, time to go underwater. Everybody's favorite. Everyone loves to go underwater. That's a good use of like the ceiling. Like, oh yeah, it's going to push you down and can kind of create a underwater swimming section without having to like program underwater swimming. A very clever use of that. At least that's my immediate gut reaction to how that was performed. I thought that was pretty clever. Pretty cool. Through the last door, I find a closet filled with cleaning supplies and dusty bottles of chlorine. None of it looks to have been touched for years. Behind me, water pools beneath the door. Yeah, because it's from a pool. We can see that pirate painting I like. You like help self-righteous. That's not wet. That's just... I changed past the need for these some time ago. Why spoil my lovely mold? Organics best. Wait, you mean that all this time I've been swimming in an unchlorated swimming pool? Oh yeah, Tammy deserves that bonk. Ouch! I could have gotten a brain disease. I could have gotten chlamydia. Fuck you and your haunted swimming pool. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's doing the voice. Oops. Yeah, BB let her feelings get ahead of her. And Tammy, are you still around? I better be getting, don't get up. I can see myself out. My escape from the clutches of Tammy, successful. Nothing else remained but to make the long walk back into town. I love that BB is just face down, like the fish. Since then, everything's been normal, with just one odd exception. That bus that went to Tammy now passes by my house. And we'll exit to the loader. Okay, so that was Drool of the Killer. I think so far that one was my favorite. I really like the the beginning of just being like so like supernaturally drawn to it, like being like, oh yeah, I love this actually. This is great. And just it's slowly slipping away. Being able to escape just because you lost your temper because you could have got. I mean, it's a fair to be like, you know, you could have gotten brain disease, could have gotten chlamydia. That's a very fair thing to lash out against. So you know, I really enjoyed that one. I like their friend Tammy. You know, Dr. Zoo, pretty good. I don't think we had a like name. Oh, you still talking about BB? Yeah, you're still talking about BB. I don't think we had a named character in Voice of the Killer. I mean, there was Cool Cop, but yeah, I don't remember a central killer figure other than the people in the office. But perhaps maybe I overlooked it, or maybe I sped through it too quickly and missed something. But yeah, that was Drool of the Killer. I really enjoyed that one. Makes me continue to. It makes me continue to be excited, which isn't incorrect, but I meant excited to continue is what I meant to say. So yeah, next time will be Eyes of the Killer. I'll see y'all then.